Good morning. My name is Sean Dex and I welcome you back to the Mango Grow for a daily Bitcoin USD analysis video. It's a brand new month and almost the end of the week. We have some interesting things to talk about. Bitcoin is sitting in a zone of massive opportunity. No matter what happens, whether it breaks to the upside or to the downside, if Bitcoin decides to take a leg to the upside, we have almost a $1,000 move on our hands, at least a $800 move on our hands. And if Bitcoin moves to the downside, massive opportunity to be had over there as well. But hey, let's get started. It is the weekend. I don't want to keep you guys here for too long. All right, so what are we doing today? We're going to start with the weekly today. All right, we are going to basically try and mark out some key important levels, and we're going to be taking these levels all the way from back over here, guys, from May and June, and we're going to be discussing this breakdown period over here as well, and using all of that to figure out some important levels. At the moment, we have nothing marked out on the chart except for this massive falling channel that Bitcoin has broken on over to the upside, and also this ascending trend line over here that essentially marked out our ascending triangle on the 4-day time frame. Now, you could have played it on the weekly time frame as well. We discussed that, but the 4-day just had it so beautifully, right? You know how over here in the Mango Grove, we love the 4-day time frame. Got the break off the ascending triangle to the upside, got the retest too. We bought that retest, we got the move to the upside. Now, let's go ahead and see what's going on over here. Like we said, we're going to be using these guys over here and these guys over here to mark out some levels that will help us with these guys over here. So we can go ahead and start with a horizontal, and we'll just mark out these guys right over there. And what I'm going to do, guys, I had a quick tip for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and double click on the horizontal, and I'm going to go ahead and thicken this line over here. Now, this helps more with your psychological game rather than just keeping your chart pretty. I know a lot of people like to keep their charts pretty. I don't think that's as important as being able to execute well, and this helps me execute well. What I do is I thicken my lines. That way, I'm not getting too nitpicky with my entries or my exits, right? You don't want to basically have your entry at the dollar point because you have a really thin line, and then you end up missing your entry by a few dollars and Bitcoin just runs away from you. So let's go ahead and mark that out right over there, and you can see how important of a level this has been, right over here. Like, as soon as we broke it to the upside, we closed the candle. If you guys are on the seed program, you guys know what this means, right? If the candle closes up our level, it is showing market acceptance. When the candle closes underneath or you see a wick, that is market rejection. So you had the market acceptance over here, boom, had your thrust to a massive thrust to the upside. And then right over here, guys, when we broke this level over here, we had that massive move to 7,600, got the retest. When we were rejected, when the market said nope, no acceptance, we are rejecting you, we had the next drive down all the way to 7,300. Okay, that's when Bitcoin made its move from one end of the channel to the other end of the channel, pretty much confirming this falling channel that a lot of people were eyeing. Okay, you guys know that I wasn't actually paying too much heed to this channel, and even at the moment I'm not paying too much heed to this channel at all. But hey, it is what it is. Let's keep it on the chart. And then when we lost the level again, massive thrust to the downside. So it has been an important level, and now at the moment Bitcoin is living above it. The market is saying, hey, we are accepting the price tentatively above this level because this week hasn't closed yet. The prior 2 weeks closed underneath the level. That just shows how important this level was. Finally, Bitcoin saying, okay, you know what, I'm ready to take the next leg up. So if Bitcoin is taking the next leg up, what is the next level? Okay, let's go ahead and mark out another thick line, and we can use these guys over here and these guys over here, and you can see that over here we have more of a zone, right? And by the way, if you guys do remember, when Bitcoin closed over here, this was one of the reasons why I was expecting continuation, right? This was a classic trap, guys, classic bull hunt and a liquidity hunt, and it got me, right? It got me because we closed above, got us bullish. Even the weekly 21 EMA was right over there, and Bitcoin rolled over right over there. So these kind of things happen in trading. Everything is a probability game. don't get too caught up in all in, guys. If you go all in and you don't have an exit, you will go all out and your account balance will be all zero. Something similar happened over here too, by the way. Very, very similar. I do believe it was right over here. Let's go ahead and mark. This is one of the reasons why it's better to mark out thick lines. That way you get a convincing candle close. And moving forward now, this is a lesson for me, and I think you guys should adopt it too. I'm going to look for something more convincing, a really, really good candle close, and then look for the retest after, because Bitcoin has been generous. Because over here too, all the overzealous longers and Bitcoin, I didn't take this one, I didn't get caught in this one, but a lot of people, I know a lot of pros did get caught in this one, guys. We closed above these candles expecting continuation, did not get that, right? But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and delete that line over here. But for now, we do have an important zone that we can mark right over there between 9,500 to 9,550-ish, 9,600, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that line, and we will instead mark out zones. We're going to mark out zones, the red box territory right over there, resistance zone right over there. So this will help me make sure that we are closing clearly above those zones or rejecting those zones, right? Okay, so those two right over there, those are going to be important for me, okay? 8,700-ish, or thin it a little because we are looking at the weekly right now. I don't want to get I don't want to give myself too much leeway. And this zone over here, 8,008. So 8,750-ish to 8,000. I'm going to get that wick over there too. 8,850-ish, okay? 8,750 to 8,850-ish. Those are my two weekly levels. So what am I looking at over here? Essentially, if Bitcoin manages to close candles above this red zone over here, I'm looking for, let me thin that out a little bit, get that wick too. I'm looking for continuation to the upside. Where am I looking? Well, again, do the same thing. We'll be looking at something around here, guys. This time I'm not going to draw horizontal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a horizontal array, okay? Because I want to mark out these guys over here. They were very, very important. If you guys do remember, when Bitcoin was trying to break on over to the upside and have continuation, this was around the time where we went bearish too. Didn't execute as well, but we took that short trade and Bitcoin had that drive to the downside. Even though we didn't catch the entirety of the move, still bummed out about that one. Gotta remind myself, execution is more important than just direction and timing. Okay, well, so all three are important. So we're going to mark out this as well. Okay, so this, now we have very, very clear levels marked out, right? I'm going to go ahead and draw my crayon, pull out my crayon. Where are you? Right over there. So if Bitcoin breaks on over to the upside over here, we can expect a move, a big move all the way up to 10,500, 10,550-ish, right? If Bitcoin decides to get rejected, we're sitting against this level over here, then I would be expecting a test of this level over here, right? So upside, downside, okay? Either way, we have some nice profits to be had, right? Let's go ahead and measure that out. Over here to here, we have that. That's actually $1,000 move, okay? Around 800 to 1,000, let's say. And if we get rejected, we have another $700 move to the downside. This is how easy trading can be. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and look for confluence. Is my mic running? Thank God my mic is running. Okay, we're going to go ahead and look for confluence. We can look at the daily and look at the monthly. We will start with the monthly because we have just opened a new month, right? Let's go ahead and look at the monthly. Turn off all our horizontals. Look at the naked chart, and you can see Bitcoin has had a very, very good candle close on the previous month. We took out the open of November's month, so it's really, really good. We've closed significant. I would say this is good enough. This is a clean close above these guys over here, above 9,176. By the way, if you do want to play the monthly, this is a level that you could go ahead and mark out as well, but we aren't playing the monthly at the moment. I use the monthly more for my spot buys, and the big buy opportunity was right over here when Bitcoin was sitting on the monthly 21 EMA, somewhere around over here. So and again, with the monthly, you don't need to get too nitpicky with where you enter, right? Okay, so we can go ahead and turn on our horizontals yet again, and again we are seeing this red zone over here that we marked on our weekly, this red zone over here that we marked on our weekly, and we're looking at this zone on the top as well, 10,400-ish, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on the mango ribbon, and we're going to see that, hey, the 10 SMA right over there is lining up very well with our red zone, right? The 10 SMA and the 10 kin are in a way encompassing that red zone that we marked. So we can go ahead and just slightly increase the levels that we want. So the 10 SMA currently sitting at 8,900ish, so that is going to be a key level for me as well. I'm going to go ahead and put this red box right over there. It's getting bigger, this red box, I do admit it. I'm not going to look at the 10K, that is sitting all the way at 8,500, and that's a little bit too far away. We'll get forewarning way before 8,500 shows up. If we lose 8,900 to 8,850ish, 8,800ish, then we can look towards 8,500. For now, 8,900 to 8,800ish. I'm rounding off the numbers over here, guys, because, well, I don't want this to be a signals group. In fact, Bitcoin does seem to be taking out right now. No, not really. So that's the monthly levels that we're looking at, guys. Again, having confluence with our weekly levels. Now what I want to go ahead and do is see if this has confluence with the daily. Okay, switch back on over to the weekly, see if everything is good, turn off the mango ribbon on the daily, on the weekly, and we can see that, okay, everything looks good. We're seeing that these levels are still being respected even on the weekly. You can see it very clearly right over here. In fact, now let's go ahead and switch on over to the daily and see what's going on over there. And in fact, we can go ahead and increase this ever so slightly to get these candle closes as well, these guys over here, guys. And what do you know, it matches up with this wick perfectly. So you're seeing how this red zone was broken to the upside. You got the retest, right? And now we're living at the top of the range again. By the way, guys, this retest was I'm not sure if you guys were trading this, but this was actually a really fun trade. We actually caught this in the Mango Seed program. We were trading this actively live. Some of us got the buys in, some of us didn't, because, well, it happened really fast. And we can go ahead and see how crazy this was on the 1 hour. Actually, you can see this. Look at that. This was ridiculous. But this was a buy opportunity. It was a 4 hour 21 EMA, as well as the Mango Vine. Actually, we're on BitMEX right now. Let's go ahead to right over there. Right, you can see how clear it was. I had an alert right underneath as well. I would have missed this if I wasn't at the computer and at the screen actively while this was happening. And the mango, like I said, the Mango Vine too gave a really good signal right over there. And when was the last time the Mango Vine gave a signal? It was right over here, right before the massive thrust to the upside. So this was actually a really good signal. But remember, guys, the 1 hour is just that. It's a 1 hour, and it gave us a good move, a good 5% move to the top of the range. So it depends on how you play it. If you're playing it to accumulate, like a lot of people do use the 1 hour to accumulate positions, but I like to use the 1 hour for quick trades in and out, because they're higher probability. Except for this one over here, because this one was fine if you used it to hold on to the trade and accumulate, because it matched up with the 12-hour signal, with the daily signal too. And this thing, so far the 1 hour, the 12-hour and the daily have been the best time frames to trade, from all the reports I'm getting from everybody else who has the Mango Vine. And it's been amazing for me too. I used to look at the 4 hour a lot, but I've switched that around too. Now I'm looking at the 1 hour and the 12-hour too. Just a quick note for all of you who have the Mango Vine, those of you who have the Mango Vine. Okay, so going back to what we were talking about, a little sidetracked over there. My apologies. We had a fresh chart, empty chart, red zone chart on BitMEX. Okay, so what were we talking about? Essentially, we're talking about these two red zones over here, right? And now we have identified the two zones based on just support and resistance on the weekly and the monthly. And we're seeing that the monthly has confluence with this 8,000, 9,000 region right over here, with the monthly 10 SMA right on the Mango ribbon. So let's go ahead and turn on the Mango ribbon. By the way, guys, the Mango ribbon is completely free. I know Krisha mentioned in the previous video, go ahead and shoot either one of us a message if you want access to it. Am I recording? Good, I'm recording. Okay, cool. So we'll turn on the Mango ribbon, and let's see if we have, oh man, this is actually beautiful. This is actually beautiful. Look at that. Look at the cluster of the Mango ribbon right over there, lining up perfectly with our red zone right over here, right? So in fact, I'm very tempted to bring this lower now. I'm very tempted to bring this lower, and I'm going to do just that, guys. I'm going to match it up with these horizontals over here, and these guys over here, I'm going to ignore that. The more recent price action takes prevalence, and the fact that we have the 200 moving average, this brown moving average over here, guys, the 10 SMA, the 10 and the 21 EMA, all lining up over there, as well as the monthly. I believe the monthly is coming in right, monthly 10 SMA coming in right over there. Let's switch on over to the monthly, and the monthly 10 SMA coming in right over there. So now you guys have seen, we've gone step by step, and you guys have seen how I come up with my levels, and you can play these levels with a lot of profitability, guys. Okay, so let's go back on over to daily. I'm getting really excited now. We have this we have a clear zone marked out for us. This was a good opportunity to take a short if you're interested in that, and this is a good option to be buying if you're interested in buying the bottom of the range. And hey, I'm not a financial advisor, but as for me, as for what I will be doing, I will most likely be adding to my position in this zone over here. If we break this zone, then I'll be thinking about getting out or hedging my position, etc, etc. But for now, I'm very happy with my position. I'm okay if Bitcoin comes down here. I'm not going to try and get too cute, because hey, we don't know if Bitcoin is actually going to have that move to the downside over here or not, right? We could very well break this zone over here and then make that big drive to the upside over here, and I don't want to miss out on that. Just to catch this move over here, I don't want to miss out on this move over here. Like I said, my strategy is always, I'm willing to give up profits, but I do not want to lose my position. In a trend like this, I'm always more afraid of losing my position than trying to get too cute and maximize profits. All right, so that's just me though, guys. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Let's see what happens. If we lose the zone over here, then I'll be looking to hedge my position, get out of my position, perhaps take a short all the way down to around 7,900. Bitcoin, the bulls don't want to lose 8,700, 8,800. They do not want to lose this level. If we close a daily candle underneath this, this is not going to look good. Okay, and in that case, we'll have to reassess. For now, this is my strategy. If we come down over here, I'll be looking to add to my position. It's the retest of the daily 200 MA, daily 21 EMA, 10 SMA, monthly 10 SMA, a lot going for it. Do we actually come down there or not? Well, for that, we'll actually have to go ahead and look at the lower time frames. Bitcoin actually right now testing the 10K, testing the, likely going to come and test 9,290-ish, give a proper test for the 21 EMA yet again. This is actually looking a little bit like it wants to roll over and come down and test this red box right over here. If we close a 4-hour candle underneath the 21 EMA, guys, I'm going to be expecting a move down to this red box right over here. The Kijun is lining up with it as well, a lot coming into confluence with that. But again, Bitcoin has surprised and broken on over to the upside. Remember, it is the weekend. Let's go ahead and look at the oscillators. What are they saying actually? We actually do have bullish divergence and 3 drives of it. 1, 2, 3 between this point, and this point. Oscillators are actually crossing on over to the upside. This is actually very confusing on the 4-hour right now. If we outplay the candle closes, if we close a candle close underneath 21 EMA, likely going to be coming down over here, right? This bullish divergence in that case will be negated, or we're going to keep putting in maybe another drive. Who knows? If we close a candle close a 4-hour or a 12-hour, that we'll be closing a 12-hour in 9 minutes. Can Bitcoin do it in 9 minutes? Close a 12-hour candle above this zone. In that case, man, I think we're going to have a weekend of action where Bitcoin actually goes all the way up to 10,500, and then perhaps later comes and tests the zone again, perhaps break it and give us that 8,900 test. I know a lot of people are looking for that 8,900 test, which is lining up with a lot of things. Why are people looking at 8,900 again? Oh yeah, right, the CMEs right over here. I have it on the top of my list actually, lining up with our yellow zone that we've been talking about for a while. Actually, this yellow zone is the gap that everybody is going to be looking for. You guys know that we don't play that. It always ends up confluencing with so much that we look at anyway, so there's no real reason to add any complexity to your trade. If you're looking at the 4, I'll probably look at this, right? So CME's closed at 9,475. And there's a $100 premium actually. So let's go ahead and see. It'll be interesting to see how this weekend plays out. Bitcoin taking a leg down as we speak, playing the range essentially on our Bitstamp chart is where I actually trade. I use my other charts just to have a clean chart, a clean perspective, kind of like what we did in this video. So yeah, guys, play the high time frames, make it easy for yourselves, do it the Mango way, do it the stress-free way. Bitcoin's actually looking really, really good. In fact, we can go ahead and look at the daily, look at the cloud. I want to show you guys something. The cloud has officially, nope, not on BitMEX, but yep, over here. So there, that's why you need to look at multiple exchanges. On Bitstamp, the cloud has twisted green, but it's not thick enough just yet, okay? Let's wait for things to actually shape themselves. Being patient has paid off for us, right? That's how we got our massive position right over here. We waited for the daily 21 EMA, the daily 21 EMA, the weekly 21 EMA, and there's a bunch of things too here, the daily 10K and other things too. Well, I'm forgetting all of it. But anyways, go back and watch our older videos. You will learn a lot. So far we're sitting very pretty in our position, a good 15% already, but we're looking for the upside. Is Bitcoin going to come down and have pullbacks? Of course it's going to, but we are going to be ready, we are going to be waiting, and we are going to be looking to take opportunity by the horns. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Throw it a like, throw it a subscribe, and do it the Mango way, do it the stress-free way.